Chapter 1. A War That Can't Be Won? Google, Amazon, Microsoft. The undisputed Goliath giants of AI and cloud computing. They command armies of engineers and hold trillion-dollar budgets. So, can a decentralized crypto project like Hyra really compete with them? The answer seems to be a clear, resounding no, but that is the wrong question. Welcome back to the Hyra Deep Dive. Today, we will address the obvious problem everyone avoids. We will argue that Hyra is not trying to fight the giants on their home turf. It is building an entirely new battlefield where the giants' greatest strengths become their fatal weaknesses. This is a masterclass in asymmetric competition. Chapter 2. The Giant's Fortress: Strengths and Weaknesses of Centralized AI. To understand how David can challenge Goliath, we must first understand the nature of Goliath's fortress. Big Tech's centralized AI and cloud platforms are extremely powerful, but they are not invincible. First, their strengths. The fortress walls. Economies of scale. Their global data center networks give them near unmatched efficiency. Peak performance. They have access to the latest, most powerful custom hardware and can deliver top-tier performance to their customers. Ease of use. Their developer tools, APIs, and support systems have been refined and backed by decades of optimization, making them extremely easy to integrate for traditional businesses. But this fortress has deep structural cracks. Now, their weaknesses. The cracks in the walls. Centralization and censorship risks. This is their Achilles' heel in the Web3 era. AWS, Google Cloud. They are centralized gatekeepers. They have terms of service. They can deny service to any app or user for any reason. Whether political pressure, regulatory changes, or a simple policy violation. For a truly decentralized app, this is an existential risk. Data privacy issues. Many of these giants' business models are built on accessing and monetizing user data. When you use their AI services, you often provide data to their models, widening their economic moat. You don't own the underlying platform, and you often don't truly control your data. Walled garden ecosystems. AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure are not cooperative platforms. They are competing empires. They are walled gardens designed to lock users into their specific tool ecosystems, making it difficult to move or integrate with outside services. High-profit business models. Despite their efficiency, they are high-margin businesses. Their goal is to maximize profit from customers. This creates a price umbrella that more efficient decentralized models can compete under. Chapter 3. Hyra's Asymmetric Strategy. Attacking the weaknesses. Hyra's strategy is not to build bigger data centers. Its strategy is to use decentralization principles to turn the giant's weaknesses into its own strengths. 1. Fighting centralization with a permissionless network. Hyra is a censorship-resistant permissionless network. No central entity can shut it down or deny service to a DApp running on the network. Let's be clear, you cannot build a truly decentralized bank, DeFi, or a sovereign social platform on a centralized server like AWS that can be shut down with a subpoena. For core Web3 apps, decentralization is not a feature, it is a requirement. This is a market AWS and Google fundamentally cannot serve without abandoning their own nature. 2. Fighting data exploitation with data sovereignty. On Hyra, users and businesses can leverage the AI compute network without giving up ownership of their data. Imagine a hospital wanting to train an AI model on sensitive patient data. They would never upload this data to Google's servers, but they can use Hyra's node network to process that data locally in a privacy-preserving way. The train-to-earn model allows compute to come to the data, not the other way around. 3. Fighting walled gardens with true interoperability. As discussed in our deep dive video on Cosmos Polkadot, Hyra is designed for a multi-chain world. It is not an empire, it is a neutral service provider. Its goal is to be the Switzerland of AI compute, serving dApps on Ethereum, Cosmos, Polkadot, and beyond. Essentially, it is an open, cooperative platform, the exact opposite of a walled garden. 4. Fighting high costs with a DePIN model. Hyra's DePIN, Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network, approach leverages the unused compute power of a global network of consumer and enterprise hardware. This creates a peer-to-peer market that is far more efficient for computation. By cutting out corporate middlemen and their high margins, Hyra's network can deliver specialized computations, especially highly parallelizable AI tasks, at a fraction of the cost. Chapter 4. The New Battlefield, a Market. The Giants Cannot Enter. This brings us to the most important point. Hyra is not trying to steal Amazon's core business of hosting Nike or Netflix websites. Hyra is creating an entirely new market that the giants architecturally cannot enter. The market for trustless, verifiably correct, on-chain adjacent compute power. Let's use a concrete example. Imagine a decentralized insurance protocol on blockchain. A smart contract needs to automatically pay a claim based on analyzing satellite images of a farmer's field after a storm. Can this smart contract call a Google AI API to analyze the images? No, because results from Google's centralized servers cannot be verified on-chain. It is a black box. Results could be wrong or even manipulated. This smart contract must call a decentralized network like Hyra, where the computation is performed and a proof of computation is posted on-chain. The smart contract can then verify this proof and execute payment fully trustlessly and automatically. The market for verifiable intelligence is a Web3 native market. Google and Amazon cannot compete here without fully decentralizing their own infrastructure, which would eat their own business model. Chapter 5. Conclusion. 2 giants, 2 battlefields. So, can Hyra compete with Google and AWS? The answer is yes, but not in the way you think. Hyra is not fighting on the established battlefield of centralized enterprise cloud giants. It is creating and shaping a completely new battlefield, the decentralized, verifiable Web3 cloud, where the giants' greatest strengths of centralization and control become their fatal weaknesses. The future is likely a hybrid model, where a business might use AWS for their public website, but rely on Hyra's decentralized network for their critical, verifiable Web3 business logic. They are 2 different tools for 2 different worlds. If this deep strategic analysis was valuable, please show your support by liking and subscribing. In the next video, we will return to project specifics and ask, what is the real impact of new regulations on the Hyra network? You won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching.